Hello my fellow donuts and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Today we are starting the episode number 3, which is Turnabout Academy. Let's continue.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
That was creepy. And I don't know, it looked like it came from Japanese horror movie. Did they kill a teacher? At least that looked like it. Okay, we are playing as Athena here. Because her silhouette was there. Or maybe she will be accused one? Okay, let's see. Oh no, I'm gonna be late. Phew, finally. So, this is it. The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. It happens. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Cool. Oh, it looks so cute. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it, literally. Why are the cold stairs? Is it because everyone's in the school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, am I even pronouncing it right? Please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start, but where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. Probably you will. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Yeah, it looks so awesome. Hey, Athena, we're here. Who's there? I knew it was them. Oh, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you too. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay, sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we are supposed to meet also seems to be running late. And who is it? Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice? It seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. Who? Wow, he looks like, I don't know, an ancient statue? How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her right. I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, right, you haven't been introduced yet. Oh, yes. You must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle means... Really? A professor at this hallowed hall of learning. Hallowed. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star. Oh, thank you. A real gold star? Wow, that smile, it's creepy. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kinda scary though. Yep. Pretty much. I wouldn't stay with that man alone. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. She should have used something that, you know, you can get rid of easily. Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Yeah, that wasn't too professional, was it, Wright? Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. Here is a gold star for asking. Wow, I will be very wealthy in no time. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course, likewise. Budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. Wow, legendary. We can't wait to hear all about his return to legal profession. You are giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you are not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. What a nice guy. Did you even know you were meant to be given a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. She looks young. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court, she is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. Stop smiling like that. The arm angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium. How to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. We don't really bluff our way? Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. Not that again. So it's not the real star? The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. So those who attend the judge course can't even win in this case. That's kinda uncool. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. Oh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I am not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready to just such a case. Who is it? I need to know. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. Famous No, it can't be. Please, please let it be him. Please. Professor Mintz, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. Wait. Did I see her somewhere? Juniper! Is this case happening after we saw her or before? I guess after, because... or no, whatever. I'm Juniper Woods, a third year in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you will be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we are ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Cord? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Oh, okay. So it's after that case? Huh? Then... Athena! I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We have known each other since we were kids. We are like best friends, right? Right, Junie? Wait, I'm a little confused. So, yes, okay. They know each other from... Okay. Yes, well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Huh? Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. I am confused. Anyway, we are supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? I just don't understand. She's that Juniper who felt not too well in the beginning of the game, right? I remember her coughing a lot, and she was smelling her flower that was coming from her head. I just can't really recall. I believe Athena was there too. And I think Apollo was with Athena. But Juniper doesn't seem like she's in bad condition right now. Whatever. Anyway, we are supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Now that I wouldn't mind taking in a mock trial you are putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Huh, that's not cool. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is a part of a student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in a waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo, why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Cord as soon as she gets here. Oh, no fair. I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry, I'm going to let Apollo pull what little rank he has. If it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then? Well, expect a full and detailed report. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. Why, thank you. Still no Professor Cord. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Can't you do it now? Oh my. What was that? Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay? 67th, huh? That's a lot. Are they doing it each year? Is this stage for some sort of a concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. It does. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Oh. Okay. We saw her. But there was no arrow in the cutscene. I didn't see any arrows. Was it after? I think it was put in the wound after that. And her hands, someone tied her up? Wait, that's who we're supposed to be meeting with? Looks like our meeting's been cancelled for us. No way! This can't be real. I guess it can. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. Oh, it was her saying. Sorry. No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal. As long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. What? He acts strangely. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. Okay, as you say. Okay, but... Okay, you're the boss. So, Professor Cord was... Yeah, the professor I was here to meet with. Turns out she wasn't running late after all. How awful. Here she was lying, dead, and we thought she was late. What was that you were saying before, boss? You never finished. Oh, that. Don't worry, I'll fill you in later. But right now, let's focus on the investigation, okay? Okay, sure. The suspense is killing me. Yeah, why not to tell her right away? That's strange. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, guess I'd better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. Yeah, yes you should. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and then take a good look. Well, now that you mentioned it, there is no blood around it. Yet the victim's body, scald and rigor mortis, has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Cord was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Yeah, it looked like it. Oh, I know, the killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed. Since her body was moved from different location, I don't think her position here means anything. Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait! What if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. She's already dead. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Cord. No, don't! Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sort mark printed on it at that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. Did we take it? No, it's still lying there. Did they copy all the contents of the thing? There's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide anyways, any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right. But where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. I think that's about all we are going to find out from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. Okay. I was expecting... Okay. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Did they really just do this? Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese. What? That's not cool. How do you say this when you're taking a picture of a dead person? That's just not cool. Cheese, and I thought I was the one with a twisted sense of humor. Like, truly twisted. That's so wrong. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Whatever. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that a quote from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2? Then that thing over there is the remains of another statue. This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Do we have to? Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean the duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statue? I guess that just leaves the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is. There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald? Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. But you disturbed her diary thing? Great. Logic. Final act and torrid love triangle centers on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. What? Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? But we are talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never let guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's third-rate tabloid material. Mr. Wright, Athena. Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. That face. He's tired. Listen, something's big happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right. And we are the ones who found it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the? We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here, No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same, exactly the same. Huh? Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same, the body that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position? The murder weapon? The lack of Polish blood? It's all exactly like the mock trial. You are kidding, right? It can't really all be the same. Can it? Oh, I thought I heard it from the windows. The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at the legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means that what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you have spoken with the police. Yes, boss. Okay, boss. Fine, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like this. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock on this whole thing. Huh? Athena. Athena. There you are. She acts really strange. Something happened to her in this place, right? Junie, I'm glad to see you. I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I am impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. I remember that. Juniper, was it? You mind if I ask you a few questions? Yeah, we are stuck here waiting for the police and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? Your name? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been? 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask you what you seem so distant. Why? Wait. Yeah, why you seem so distant? Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as a student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you are in a judge course to both. Yes, and Professor Cord has been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right. Professor Cord was the professor in charge of Junie's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Cord? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Huh? You mean all of the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you. But now Professor Court is. Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together trying to get things ready. She's coughing again. Oh, she's so cute. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in the showdown between a lawyer and the prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos and murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. And now that another actual murder happened, which is just the copy of her scripted trial, happened, so... And no one actually was supposed to know about that except Juniper and the victim. She will be the one who will be accused. Great! We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all of the details. Must have been a big pain in the... I mean, that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. Huh. If you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah. What? She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant. Man. What's going on? I think I found a rival to my chores of steel. Looks like it. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely. Huh, you're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes? Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm starting to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Most pretentious introduction ever. Yeah. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the side of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Oh, I'm not gonna do this. Now here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. Is this a boy or a girl? I can't really tell. I mean, Robin, I thought it was... Actually heard that and women and men were equally called Robin, so I have no idea. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind of that nails the bad guys. No, where's the sincerity? What? So he makes pottery too? And what's that brace-like contraption for? So it's he, okay. Junie sure has made some unusual friends. Yep. These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part on the defendant. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Okay, yeah. We read it. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Judy? Sounds like it? Huh. Juniper, come on, your rolls way beyond just that. That's right! The mock trials just the start. She's also in the school festival's main event. Come on, you just have to relax. What's wrong with you? Live on stage. Live on stage? Live on stage. Juniper Woods and the crowd goes bananas. I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so my Junie singing on stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. So do we... Okay. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Wow. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you were always good at that kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is to look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh, so you are a fan of night sky then? Wow, Polo. Didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. Oh, it was he who said that? Okay. I have this friend, he and I go way back, who got me really interested in space. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. Why surprised? As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. Yep. I think she's angry. Chick's really strange. She's different from what I remember. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure No, you can't do it! Just do it! That's right, and anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle, a damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. That's so romantic. Maybe that Themis Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. Did they actually finish it? I didn't think there were enough time. Only 13 minutes passed since, that sound, they heard that sound, so... And the police were like, I guess, in maximum in 10 minutes? I don't know. So how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict where the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. Yep, it ended right before the verdict? Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man. I bet I would have won. But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen, I don't think so. Damn, you should cut off the coffee. And I don't know, take some relaxant or something. I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence? Proof? Which is strange. He's like trying to prove that he's friends with her, huh? I think one of them is actually the murderer, and he tried to, you know, pin her. Yes, we are studying for a career in law, and in legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famed Themis Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So, what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need to no sticking proof. Us three are friends forever. Okay, why did you even mention that proof in the first place if you weren't even going to present it? I can hear discord in their voices too, but they are talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. What if... I don't know. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Who's that? Oh, you again. Detective Fulbright. Is something wrong? Yeah, like the murder? Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods? You are under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. I am what? Wait a second. What's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright. We are involved in this case too. Aha! So you're the lawyers who the dispatch said were first on scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number two, the crime scene exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. Blackwell? So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why is there's blood on it? That evidence we made for the mock trial. The mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me, really fishy. Now if you would, officers? Yes, sir. But... Junie, I have to do something. I can't let them take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
That's so cute. Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena. Apollo. Thank you both. And counting on you. We've got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for the murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right to the case. Right. Huh. I won't have this case left in the hands of the rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it will be me. Time to investigate. Huh. I think it's you who the bad guy. You're the bad guy, right? I solved the case. We are done. I'm solving the case every time. In the beginning. I'm too cool. Why that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. That was totally rude. And you're not the only one in the case, man. I'm into big time. Juniper Woods, I'm gonna save you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh right, you said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly. Without the script or any proof. So, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help her head, forehead? Oh, familiar faces, huh? Prosecutor Gavin! What are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fräulein? I'm Klavier Gavin. Klavier, right? Some know me as a prosecutor, but I am as famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Kaput? German. Yeah. Perhaps you have heard of us, the Gaviners? I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But can I get your autograph? Please? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? You never know when you will need it, right? Maybe she will become his fan later. Forgive me, Fräulein. I just don't know how you actually pronounce that. But in Russia we say Fräulein. But I have retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as a rockstar prosecutor Klavier Gavin. Oh, okay, that one then. She's a lively one, eh? Hair, forehead. Didn't know she was your type. What? She's the newest member of Wright Anything Agency, that's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I thought he was saying that. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me. Yeah? Herr Forehead? I guess he has. Damn, you're awesome. So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? At least they actually did good job with his face. I mean, I was a little disappointed when I found out that in Dual Destinies they went in 3D, and I still am not too like satisfied with the face of Phoenix Wright in 3D. I don't know, it looks a little bit strange in comparison to his original face in Trilogy. But with Klavier, that they did just fine, which is disappointing. I'm here for the same reason as you, boss, to give a to give a lecture in the training seminar. So he is the famous prosecutor they invited. I was hoping for another one, but okay. I hope maybe Edgy will appear in the 6th Ace Attorney, because I know that Maya will be there, and it made me super happy. I am so sad that she's not in the series since the 3rd game, right? It was the 3rd game. I know I saw her in the investigations twice, but you know, it was just a small beat, and they were with Phoenix Wright just there in the background doing some stuff. It was so little. Okay, and I have another crucial rule to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded, which was a shame, by the way, really. You listened to them? Yeah, I know how much you adored our music here for a hat. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned. I see you have already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. It's actually pretty good. Wicked statues? Oh wait, are they supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Oh right, they look like it. Bingo, Fräulein, and they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is, my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. I like him with a serious face. I don't think I ever saw this face on him. So, Constance Court was your prosecutor here, the professor, I mean, here at the academy? She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying, the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revert what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh, no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you, Prosecutor Gavin owes a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So, as you can see, we are both joined in purpose. so to speak. Yeah? Yeah. Now let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? This place. Forget already, Hair Forehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We are going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch her killer. Will it? That's so strange. And after this, we are going to participate in real trial? That's so strange. Right, the stage is ready, and you, Head for Head, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Jenny's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about. Yeah, and there is only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fräulein, we'll need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Head Forehead, will play the part of a pledging lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien. Let's get started. Defendant / judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for our re-enactment for the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial. Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Act on, baby, it's no hold barred. Let's stop doing this. Oh, why can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there is only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. You judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial power. Whatever. What? Talk? Okay. Summary of the facts. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, Fräulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one, the victim a professor female. The defendant an archery club member, also female. Oh, me. Oh my. I'm innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fräulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Head Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to the photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both of the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Cord was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along.
Hold it!
Hey, wait a second. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon and arrow and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and therein lies the significance of the mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, hair forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Wet blanket? Never heard that saying. Right. Let's see. Oh yeah. Then Hugh said a frail poet used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Nine hair forehead. That faint swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. You weren't too, I guess, good enough for that? So the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defendant's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from the arrow shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was a prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act. Well, I am a real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? An awl, you say? What might that be? I guess we saw it in the cutscenes. It's kind of a tool used to poke in holes in paper, wood and other materials. Okay. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here, yeah? Grass. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely, Fräulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder took place in the 3rd floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It Must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storehouse right outside of the art room. And the cart used to carry balls around was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with a cart. That is how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say!
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you fail to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer in an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the owl's stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope. It seems like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Fräulein Judge? Huh? Oh right, that's me. Very well, this court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even this is just a mock trial of a mock trial. I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of a mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Did it? Achtung, baby! The prosecution really got a witness sized up, too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good. Almost doesn't count. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch, but Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as the prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right. By the way, where is he? Looks like we have our work cut out for us. Is he in the agent? No. Hey, Trucy. I don't think... no. Oh, Mr. Wright. Finally we found you. What's good? I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocent by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. What do you mean, the end justifies the means? Or maybe he's the bad guy. I don't really know yet. I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and I mean what I say by all means. Did I really just read it? Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce what? Produce what? Meaningful results. Okay. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. Oh god, that smile. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of that the end justifies the means part. Huh. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he is actually the bad guy. Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you failed to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. He's totally the bad guy. No, I am doing the job. You're going to take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I am still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in court. No kidding? So you guys were rivals or something? Huh. No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague of the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, but they both used to really bring it. Now, if you would excuse me, I had best to discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true, Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You too? And when were you planning on telling me? Right now? Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions, and I think you made the right one. Oh, he's great. How wonderful. Very well, Themis Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? Haha, that's any easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As her professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Now, if you would excuse me. Well, time's a-wasting. You better start investigating and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Do so. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin and he told me something interesting. Since the murder took place in the courtroom, there's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believes the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room, but whether they will find anything, well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation. Now, where was I again? There's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The dark age of the law. I'm sure you have heard those words before. I definitely heard them. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing, right? As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means. To survive the dark age of law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they are preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. That's not right. But what will happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? What? Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence? I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Woods' script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Okay. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh! Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same stage as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script or wrote it. But look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Huh, whatever. I am 6'1". It's inches? I just don't... I understand only centimeters and meters and whatever. And under this uniform, I am 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I am the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I am incredibly humble too. How can he even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to call me, to say I'm a genius. You already said that, you don't need to, repeat yourself. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. Oh, really? I heard you the first time. Yep. But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. Huh. There is a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Phew. Would you mind telling us a little more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. I remember that. That's right. There was that announcement, and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, you're in personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment. Actually, they are not for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Why is he... He's sweating! Wait, hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body. Yeah, that's not... Why didn't he call for the police or please tell the people that he discovered body? That's so strange. He saw the body and then, whatever, I will continue doing what I was doing. Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we are talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Where did you get that? So this article is the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right. But if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. He really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore the dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? Can't you just confess without any trials? That's so strange. Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful in tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. Huh, can't say you two inspire much confidence. Why, thank you, asshole. Okay, Athena, next... What next? We are probably done here? I don't know. Oh. There are at least two more areas to investigate. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Oh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Athena, watch where you are. Hands off. What? Oh my god, did she trip over that box? Who put the stupid box here? Wait. What? Apollo! This box, there's... What? Don't tell me there's another body. What now? There's someone or... something inside. Don't let it be a snake. Snake? What? There is a snake. Were they making fun of MGS series? You morons just blew my cover. What the? There's really someone inside. Yeah, you are a snake, okay. That someone is me, Miriam? Are you a woman? Scuttlebutt. Scuttlebutt? That's a funny name. And I am a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. Okay, can I see your face? There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Aww. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write the mock trial script too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission and you'll wish you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. Who knows? Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too. You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all about all you know for tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? Okay, this disguise is how I get my scoops. But you're right, it's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said. A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears, poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. Oh, do we have to? I'm so bad at this. I remember I had so... I don't know why I'm looking here. Maybe it's the eyes? Aha!
Gotcha!
I knew it was here. Oh god, I'm so cool. That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? You will destroy your box, woman. Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of the secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. And this is the evidence here. That looked so wrong. An extra edition of the Themis Herald published to coincide with the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You have relieved who you truly are. As someone who'd never had Junie's best interest in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. This?
Take that!
That's the Themis Herald, the paper I publish. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already? If you'd just given me the info you have, stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you. Now I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No, duh. She's the target of my scoops and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra, the dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm going to tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. Huh. Wait a second. In this dark age of law, many of us embrace Professor Mean's methods, even future judges. I have even adopted an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus. Secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? Yeah, that is not even accepted as evidence in the court. And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You wanna know? You really wanna know? Yeah, he just asked. Like I'd really tell you now, the big scoop comes out in the courtroom tomorrow. You are so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? And what do you mean by fatal Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of the friends. Used to be? They still seem to get along fine to me. I did send some Discord though. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers and Professor Court had hers. Their influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You are new around here. Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is. We are going to have cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Okay guys, we are going to find what else we can find in here in the next part. So thank you for watching. Yeah, this started pretty interesting and I already don't know who's the bad guy. I don't think it's this one though. She's not a perfect, but I don't think she's the bad guy. It's probably Professor Means. I think it's him who's the bad. But we'll see. So, yes, thank you for watching. Have a great day everyone and I will see you in the next part. Bye.